I don't want this to be about if you like Futa or you don't. Just think of him as one of your own. Hi guys, he's Brains on the Beat. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're oldie but goodie, thank you for staying tuned to your girl. So video, we're going to be doing an update on Foota Hype. As you guys know, Foota Hype have been in custody for a while, fighting in the United States. So let's get into it. He was recently also transferred to a different, better facility. And it says, deeply concerned for his health, Kerryanne Townsend is pleading with the public to call Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to demand the release of her diabetic brother O'Neal Foota Hype Thompson. Her petitioning plea demands the release of all other detainees with serious medical conditions, with delayed hearings, who are low risk, no aggravated felonies, and who have consented to being deported and still lay in wait. He is Jamaica's child. He is somebody's father. He didn't commit a crime. At the same time, with that, what's going on with him because of his health is really scary for us, she told the Star. After being detained in an immigration facility for the past few months, Futa's nutrition has become a major concern. Townsend arranged a conference call with the selector and he explained his situation. My problem is dying of hunger. My diet is different and they cannot maintain feeding me. If I don't eat, my sugar drops too low and I'm close to the state of a coma. Then I do eat what they have here and it takes my sugar up through the roof. They only have snacks and stuff like that. I don't eat rice or meat. I don't drink coffee. All of that is what they have, he said. There is also a high risk of contracting COVID-19 disease. In this pandemic, to be kept in a facility that houses thousands of prisoners and the workers who go home and come back every day, I'm liable to catch this pandemic disease more than anybody else, he added. According to Townsend, precautions against spreading the virus are lacking. Precautions against spreading the virus are lacking at the facility. They are still arresting people, bringing them in. People can be asymptomatic and pass it on to other inmates or detainees. Nobody knows what's going on. There's no form of precautions being taken. He was at a place where there was no water for hours a week or two ago, she said. And that was before he was transferred. She expressed that her cry for help is not about getting a rescheduled court date. It is more about, is my brother going to get out of this alive? That's what the scary thing for me is, and all of his family, friends, and followers. She continued, what I need help with from our Jamaican people, I need assistance with people calling the governor in Florida so we can make some noise about releasing not just him. There are other people in these facilities too in there, and they just don't have a voice and don't know the right people to reach out to. Don't make this about if you like Futa or not. Googling the number to call, because honestly, I'm gonna say this, and I don't talk about my family members very often here on my channel. I've been trying to keep my family life very private, because initially I was very open and I felt like it backfired. My family all work in the medical field. My mom works in the medical field. All my aunts work in the medical field. They're on the front lines of this pandemic, and I find myself being paranoid and having anxiety every single day, waking up and being worried about. I can only imagine what Futa's sister is going through. I have a brother that we're 3 years apart. We're pretty close. That is still working in this pandemic, and I am super duper worried about him. So I can only imagine what she's going through with her brother being in a place where it's so easy for him to catch this disease and nothing is being done to protect them. It's very, very sad. And it's not only about Futa, it's just about people in general in these places that are being put into situations, and they're not criminals, they are not felons, they don't have any they're not hardened criminals, they're not murderers, anything. They just have them in these facilities cooped up, and they have so many issues that needs addressing, but instead they're worrying about people like this, people that pose no threat to the society, people that are actually here law abiding citizens but can't get them papers, and or they're in the process of getting their papers when ICE holds on to them. So it's very sad. It's a very sad situation. I hope that they actually, if they're not going to let him out, actually have the food that's there, that's necessary for him to keep his health at a reasonable rate, so that he don't die in their care and he's not a liability in their care. Actually putting precautionary measures. Within this article, I wish that her sister would have actually put in the number to call for Futa, or call for him, and you can call the number at 850-717-9337, or you can call the COVID center that's open 24/7 at 1-866-779-6121. Okay, I'm calling the number, but I'm getting a busy signal. So, or you can go on the page, is flg.gov.com, and it's /contact the governor /, and I'll put all of this on the screen. And you can email DeSantis. So if you can't get him through phone, email him, do something, because I don't feel like he needs to be in this facility, especially now he's not a risk to society. If them haven't put one ankle monitor upon him foot, then do that. But with him being in a situation like this, with this whole pandemic going around, I feel like the best place for him and other detainees to be is with their families. Okay, too much is going on for people to be detained in these facilities and not being treated properly, not being treated humanely.
Hi guys, so I just wanted to insert this update on the situation. I know that Babe covered the story, but I also want to go in depth and finish the story and give you guys an update on the situation, seeing that his health is at risk and so many other factors plays into this. It's not only about Futa, it's all about other detainees, also about other Jamaicans that are detained in ICE custody. So it says, diabetic selector O'Neill Foota Hype Thomas may soon find himself a free man. The attorney told me this morning that he just now waiting to hear back from the courts to see when he will be released. So I'm happy that we are making progress, artist manager Kerry-Ann Townsend said. Townsend had received a word on Saturday that an application made to the Immigration Custom Enforcement Facility in Florida where the selector is being held was accepted. Based on his medical condition, Futa is qualified for release, she said. She had been lobbying Jamaicans to call for the selector's release given the spread of COVID-19, or the virus pandemic, which is causing deaths to members of the population with underlying medical condition. In December of 2019, Thomas was detained on arrival of Port Everglades Seaport aboard the ship Independence of the Seas from Falmouth, Jamaica. He had been attending the Welcome to Genre cruise where he was detained for further review of his travel documents and admissibility status and has been incarcerated since that time. Florida total number of confirmed cases is now at 14,500 and 284 people have died statewide as a result of the virus. 1,778 have been admitted to hospital. There are concerns that the virus could soon reach prison facilities. In New York City, the epicenter of the outbreak in the U.S., the virus appears to be spreading catastrophically at the Rikers Island prison, in a population that's particularly vulnerable to its effects. The number of COVID-19 cases in the jail complex total 231 incarcerated members and 223 staff. One estimate puts the infection rate at 4% compared to the 0.51% in New York City overall. Rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine is a free man due to the coronavirus pandemic that spurred a federal judge in Manhattan to release him early from prison because of his asthma vulnerable to the novel virus. He was sprung from a private prison in Jamaica, Queens. So that is the update on Foota Hype. Hopefully he is released and is in the care of his family. Foota Hype is not a criminal, so I don't see the need for them to hold on to him, and it's not like he's going to run and hide from authorities. He's still going to show up for court and all of that, so it's only fair that he get released. And if not, he would be a liability to them, because if you guys don't remember, Futa actually went into a diabetic coma in Jamaica in, I think it was 2017 or 2016. So that is the update. His application was accepted and we're waiting to hear if he is actually going to be released and when. Big up to Foota Hype. Nothing but prosperity and blessings sending your way, and love and light.
Not having the luxury of being whether cooped up or quarantined with your family, but you're cooped up and quarantined with people that you don't know, and it's very sad. It's very, very sad. Like, I me feel it. If you've been watching me for a while, you guys know I've had plenty to say about Futa, and I'm gonna come out and say that I haven't been the biggest Foota Hype, just based on some of the stuff that he have said online that have rubbed me the wrong way. But nobody deserves to be in a situation like this, especially knowing that he's not a criminal, knowing that he's no threat to the society. It's very sad and disheartening. I hope people actually go, the number I'm going to put in the description box, put on the screen, and actually call the governor DeSantis, or if you can't get to him, go on the site, email him, voice your concerns, give suggestions, whatever you can do to make somebody else's life a little bit better in this pandemic. Do so, because there's so many people at risk. There's so many people losing their family members and their loved ones, that we need to just be humans to each other. So anyway, like, comment, share and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Prayers up to Futa and everybody else. Not only Futa, but also people like Pretty Dan that's in these same facilities, because it's a very hard time to be in a place like this. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.